It's an early evening showdown here between the KMAC and the Northern 10 as the Northmor Golden Knights welcome Wynford into the castle for a fourth consecutive season. These two teams will meet, and all three of the other times it's been awfully close, so we could be in for a good one before we get to our main slate of games later tonight. It's live and free here on the OH Report. Northmor taking on Wynford. We'll have it here momentarily. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41! Hut! Jory! I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach.
Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again. Berardi! Get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
In business and ag banking, it's not just about the numbers, it's about the people. At First Federal Community Bank, we believe relationships are the foundation of every successful partnership. We can help you grow your farm through various ag programs, including working with our local FSA offices, as well as Farmer Mac. We have many commercial business programs to help make your day-to-day operations easy and convenient. Because when you bank with us, you're not just a customer, you're family.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Time now for your pregame show presented to you by First Federal Community Bank as the Wynford Royals step into the castle tonight taking on the Northmor Golden Knights. We've got a nice battle between the Northern 10 and the KMAC. We're going to have plenty more of that next week as well here on the OH Report. We're excited to share that with you later on in the broadcast. But let's stick to here and now as the Royals looking to get back in rhythm. They did last night, beating Bucyrus, getting their 5th win of the season, but they're looking to do it against some stiffer competition here in Northmor.
Yeah, Northmor's played a little bit more of a difficult schedule, and what I love about these kind of non-league games, especially at the end of the year, it's basically pre-tournament practice for you because you're playing against somebody you haven't seen before outside of last year, and it just prepares you, based on competitive nature of the other team. You're not sure what to expect. So it'll be a fun night, and like you said earlier, I think the last 3 times they played have been very close games, so I expect the same today.
Shout out to the Northmor girls basketball team. They'll be playing later tonight. Unfortunately, we will not have that live and free for you today. We will be heading out after the conclusion of this game that was moved up to make some space for the girls as they celebrate their senior night. But the boys in action here against the Wynford Royals, who we'll talk about first. Talked about that Bucyrus win last night. They got a season sweep against them. They also had a season sweep against Buckeye Central, so those are 4 of their 5 wins there, but they also got another one against the KMAC side in Cardington.
Boy, if you're going to get 4 out of 5 based on those 2 teams, because they've been, adversaries for years and years and years. Great rivals between Buckeye Central and Bucyrus and Wynford, so it's good to see them come away with a 4-0 slate against them this year.
And they also played, as you see on your screen there, 2nd place carry in the league pretty well. They only lost by 4. They put up 68 points in that game, but you're hoping to see a win here today, if you're a Royal fan, because the fan base has shown out well. There's a lot of blue across the way.
Yeah, for a 5-win team, they did really good for a 4:30 on Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely.
Very impressed.
And then Drew Stanek is our player spotlight here on Valentine's Day. By the way, happy Valentine's Day to you at home. It's the N10's second leading scorer that's going to try to spread the love for this offense.
Yeah, 18.5 points a game, and he does other things such as rebound and plays good defense. Just a sophomore, so excited to see him for the first time this year.
Take it out to the court as Wynford all warming up in their shooter shirts. Can't really pick out Stanek. This is our first time watching Wynford this season. I'm excited to see what they do. I remember watching them last year when they played against Colonel Crawford at home, and the great crowd that was there, of course, for that rivalry. But here we are today. In a little tourney tune-up, of course, the RPI has been closed. Last night was the last chance to add any points to your total before the draw. So simply just playing here to stay in form, as the Golden Knights is going to be the team we talk about next. They've been in form in the league. When it comes to non-conference play, they're looking to step things up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when they're non-conference scheduled, they'd be usually a little pretty successful based on the schedule they play home and away in the KMAC, especially this year when you got really 3 or 4 really good teams in there that they have to face. I think they've held their own in the league so far.
In the MOAC, they lost to Clear Fork the other day on Wednesday. It was a low-scoring affair. Of course, Northmor not the most explosive offense. However, we did just see their JV team put up 63 points, so maybe it's going to change today.
Yeah, absolutely. But you see the points they scored against Loudonville, and the Mansfield Christian's a pretty favorable team this year as well as when it comes to wins and losses. So maybe the offense is coming around at the right time of the year.
And Brendan Barber looking to pop out here in this Valentine's Day, top 5 scorer in the KMAC as an underclassman. He's one of those names that you're going to be looking at next year towards the top of the scoring list.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch. Today got our spotlights of 2 sophomores, if you can believe that. But we've seen him a couple times this year. Really good ball player. I would expect him to lead the team tonight in scoring as well, so we'll see what happens.
A lot of young bucks that we'll talk about on this Northmor team here as we get started momentarily. We'll step aside. National Anthem going to take over the gym. We'll come back live and free on the OH Report.
I'm Steve Krall, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
First Federal Community Bank pregame show out of Bucyrus. Here from the south part of Galleon, Jonathan Langdon with you alongside Cray Faldy for Northmor taking on Wynford here at home. So let's go ahead and talk about those keys to victories first, and then we'll give you our starting lineups. I think for Wynford, you want to go slow and steady, kind of stay with Northmor. If they score more than 50 points, your odds of winning go down.
Yeah, absolutely. We said it's going to be great defense, and he said be ready for the main character that we talked about earlier. But slow and steady, stay under control, try to limit your turnovers on the road.
And there was a span for Northmor this year where they were 0-4, I believe halfway through the season, in games where they did not score 50 points. So that's going to be a key for them on the flip side. And then also for Wynford, be ready for 23. That's Brendan Barber, of course, the sophomore star. There's going to be a start for Wynford as well in Drew Stanek that Northmor will have to keep an eye on. But their keys today are to be cool and confident. And then also, I think you get to these kids early.
Yeah, I think so, especially when you're on your home court. If you can get the visitors, playing on their heels, I think that's a fantastic way to start the game. And we'll see what they're going to do here at home in what would you call this, late afternoon matchup?
Yeah, I'd say
girls' senior night.
Late afternoon, early evening, whatever you want to call it. We're here on the OH Report to bring you all of this coverage. Our final Northmor regular season game before the playoff draw tomorrow. That will decide everybody's fate, whether in the Central or in the Northwest District. Both of these teams a member of each. And we're going to tip it up here momentarily as we start a great night of action on the OH Report. We'll talk about all the games coming up later tonight with you as the Royals will start out with the basketball. So Wynford 5-15 on the season. They're 4-9 in the Northern 10 with one game to go in the league. Long shot misses, fight for the ball still, but a great job there from Tanner Miley, who seems to be a little shaken up, holding his hand the other way.
Yeah, I think he's holding his pinky pretty firmly there. Looks like we're going to go the other way on a violation.
Yeah, so Jack Bowdry ends up traveling. So we'll get you those starters here. We'll start with Northmor, of course. Jack Bowdry, number 0. Number 1, Tanner Miley, still shaken up on that hand. And then Trevor Black, the leading scorer for this team, wears number 5. Camden Spencer playing defense right here, wears number 21, as his man drives past him and scores. That's Jaron Vance, the lone senior.
Yeah, a little too easy of a bucket there, driving to the paint like that. Nobody recovered to help.
And forgive my rust, I have not directed a game once this week. I've been on camera duty for the last couple of days.
All right.
As this shot misses, but Tanner Miley inside is blocked by Stanek. Gets another rebound, kicks it out to Barber in the corner. And he knocks it through. First points of the day for Northmor.
Not the spotlight player of the day, but like you said, he's a leading scorer. You just can't leave him open like that.
Braylon Wells with the basketball, kicks it out. Now into the post. They'll go right back to Vance. And his pass out to Stanek. Shot no good. And Bowdry, with a nice box out, wins a foul.
The first foul of the afternoon. Always enjoy watching Northmor because Coach Tackett typically changes defense about every other possession. So it's always, so far they've just stuck with their original man-to-man. They do a lot of 1-3-1 zone, and they'll do a half-court trap as well.
Spencer, one of the best passers in the league, finds an open Trevor Black.
Right on cue.
Northmor, speaking of the league, 7-5 in the KMAC as we've got a foul on the ball. They'll pick that one up on Miley. That's going to be his first. But 7-5 in the KMAC, and with that snowstorm we had a couple of weeks ago, a couple games have been moved back, so they've got 2 league games left, even with just a week and a half left until the tournament draw. They play Danville next week along with Mount Gilead, and we got a travel sending us the other way.
Danville, second-place team, only 2 losses in the league at this point. And Mount Gilead, so hopefully they're hoping for at least a split there, maybe a 1 upset, but they'd like to get a winning record, end up at least 8-6.
And those are 2 of the 3 teams that are ahead of them in the standings. So you've got Danville second, Mount Gilead third. Black, nice pass, nice catch, nice finish.
Well, they're going to have to play just like what we're seeing here for them to win those 2 KMAC games.
Great transition work as Wells scores for Wynford.
Yeah, Wynford had started in man-to-man, showed a little zone in the last possession.
And a three, the first one for Northmor, goes through. Great shot by Bowdry.
And Northmore's made their last 4 shots from the field.
Royals are a team that doesn't struggle too much offensively. It's the defensive part that tends to lose them games as Stanek rises up, shot no good, cannot get the rebound. And here goes Spencer running the other way. Coach Tackett pushing him on. Bounce pass to Miley, back to Bowdry, through 2, throws up a prayer.
And I would say throws a good name for that. Shot attempt. Well, might as well do that instead of throwing it to the opposition.
Well, he threw it to the opposition, just took a deflection off the backboard first. Stanek, driving kick to the corner. Taken in by Stuckman. Now back out top. Vance misses the 3, and an over-aggressive Wells will pick up a foul for Wynford. That'll be the second on that team.
Yeah, 6 rebounds right now for the hometown Knights. No rebounds for Wynford to this point.
First substitution already being made. It'll be Owen Prenger. The sophomore stands 6 foot. Relative of Weston Prenger, who was the leading scorer last year for the Royals before graduation. Good movement here from the Golden Knights. Back into Bowdry. Keeps his pivot alive. Now swung into the corner. Trevor Black misses long on a 3. It grazed the rim. Not an air ball. Other way, Stuckman. Stops on a dime and nearly turned it over. But good job there by Prenger just to fight and stay alive for it.
Yeah, fought off the turnover there. It's a little bit faster pace than I was expecting so far, and I love to watch. Just got to realize which would that favor? Would it favor the visitors, or would it favor the hometown Knights?
Stanek out top, defended by Barber. There's your 2-star sophomores, 1-on-1. Prenger wins this battle. Or my mistake, that is Stanek who floats it up and in, and we'll see a timeout from Northmor. So first timeout called by the Golden Knights, first timeout called of the game.
Yeah, it might have been called by Wynford on that with Coach Ginther, I believe.
You're right, it is called by Coach Ginther, so we'll fix that up.
Stanek looking pretty good out there offensively. Looks like he's a really good one-on-one player. Looks like he can take the ball to the hole pretty easily. Very slight frame. I'm sure he's a lot stronger than he looks if he's got 18 points a night in his division.
Well, here's your slate tonight. Of course, watching this game between Northmor and Wynford. Later tonight, Hillsdale will play at home against St. Peter's. Travis Berardi will be on the call there. Lucas plays Mount Gilead. And then Crestview taking on Mansfield Christian. So good slate of games here in this area as we continue on here from Wynford.
And just a reminder, on Sunday will be the tournament brackets for all the divisions in the boys, I believe, and then the Division 1 and 2 for the girls will also be tomorrow.
Certainly will be an exciting time if you're a fan of anybody in this area to see where your path begins on your road to Dayton.
Let's see if you could capture yourself a home game or not, potentially.
Now, in today's climate, I have to ask you, Craig, because the sectional tournament has kind of taken a little bit of a dip in credibility. Would you still cherish a sectional title in today's age?
I would cherish any time you won a game and kept moving on in the tournament regardless. So, little home court advantage never hurt anybody.
Trevor Black made that bucket on the other side. He's got 6 points early in this one. Barber has it stripped. Stanek strips it away. Stanek in transition. Too hard off the glass.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to draw the foul there rather than just make the basket.
Here go the Golden Knights. Miley.
And another steal.
We called for a foul, it appears. The official.
Was that a foul after the possession?
Well, we're going to see who he calls it on. They'll call it on Stanek, so.
Wow.
Viewed as an unclean steal.
I don't think Coach Ginther's very happy about that call. And our vantage point is from quite a further distance away. But I think that he just tripped after he got the ball stolen.
And here's the thing, like, you know what stage we are at in the season because there was no uproar from the fans on the other side.
Right.
It's interesting times we're in. Of course, tournament draws basically already solidified, or your seeding is already solidified.
Right, just a matter of who you're going to match up against. You'll figure that out tomorrow.
2-3 zone look, at least on the inbound. They switched to man as the play is now moving on. Billy Bowen, line drive three, misses nearly everything, just a little bit of the rim.
Yeah, that was an interesting, after a steal right there. That was an interesting possession of defense there. Like you said, they looked like they were in zone and switched to man. That or it was a matchup.
Barber's heating up today, his second three. He's got 6. Stepping into one here is Stanek.
Northmor doing a great job on the boards. 9-2 advantage. Wynford not getting any second shots.
Dangerous pass, scooped up by Black. Ball swings around, fake from Spencer. Great passing, great movement here as the Golden Knights continue on. Jackson Welch getting some time. Steps in, fade away, heavily contested.
Yeah, I believe he got that blocked just a little bit.
Stanek's got the green light all day long. Still has not been able to find his shot as well as he'd expect so far.
Yeah, so far with just 2 points in the game. Got a timeout by Coach Tackett.
So 15-6 here thus far. Coach Tackett saw Barber about to get trapped in a double team. So 4 timeouts left for each team.
Yeah, you got 5. I say there's no sense in banking them this point in the year.
Yep. So it's a good time of year where tune-ups happen for the tournament, and a lot of teams that don't typically see each other will schedule each other if they know that they're both going to have good years just to put a test at the end, and that's exactly what happened for some other teams in both of these conferences. We'll have Fredericktown, a 19-0 squad on Tuesday. We will be there live and free to watch them take on 18-1 Colonel Crawford.
Yeah, that is a game to look forward to. If anybody has nothing going on that night, I would travel to go see that game, or I would watch it on the OH Report. One of the two. And that's as good as it gets. That would be like a district championship type of game.
Yeah, except Division 6 for Colonel Crawford, Division 5 for Fredericktown. But really, the quality, I would say, is very similar for both of those teams as Barber loses that backdoor cut pass out of bounds.
That would be a hard one to get on FanDuel. Who would be the favorite?
And, hey, the crazy thing is if you were to ask me, I think I lean Colonel Crawford, and they're the lower division.
Exactly. I just think the way that they played and the success they had last year, it's going to be a good one. So Northmor Coach Tackett called that timeout and went to his bread and butter 1-3-1 zone, and they get a steal out of it.
Trevor Black's got 6 points, looking to add to it here. And it's now 17-6, timeout Wynford.
Coach Ginther, that's his second timeout already. He doesn't like what he's seeing out there, and he just doesn't want to get run away right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, great transition opportunity. The Northmor Athletic Boosters bring you that. Of course, I was looking at some of the RPI rankings. There's some surprising aspects. We were just talking about Fredericktown. They're in a very stacked Division 5 Central District. Right. They are 5th despite being 19-0. They've got some great teams.
19-0, ranked 5th.
And then Northmor, despite their 9-9 record, they're actually higher up in their division because Division 6 is a little bit more watered down, I would say, than Division 5 is. So Northmor, they could have a pretty positive draw tomorrow.
Yeah, they might have the potential to get themselves into maybe some district action. If they play like they're playing tonight and what they've done the last few games, their offense is nowhere like what we've seen earlier in the year. And I remember talking to Coach Tackett after one of their games about a month ago, and he said he had to keep switching defenses in order to, I guess, their offense is just so slow and the shooting hadn't been good that he had to do something to make some sort of success on the other end of the court. And we're seeing a lot of progress here.
It's going to be a 2-3 trap, it looks like. That's going to pressure these Royals into a turnover.
That's 2 times in a row. Off of 2 timeouts, they switched their defense, got turnovers out of it. It's one thing when you're a coach, you call a timeout, you're expecting to make your changes. You got to also consider what changes might be coming your way.
Yeah.
And I think they got a little surprised by that change in the zone defense from 1-3-1 to 2-3.
What does this look like, a 1-2-2 here out of the Wynford
Like
Royals?
1-2-2 and a potential trap on top.
And now they dip it to maybe a 2-3.
Yeah, it's like a tandem 2-3.
Northmor going to take their time. Flare screen, deep shot from Trevor Black. Confidence oozing out of the senior.
That's 4 threes here in the first quarter.
Stanek at the horn, misses that. Great performance in the first quarter for Trevor Black. He's got 11 points to help lead by 14 for the Golden Knights, 20-6. We'll take a break, come back with the second here on the OH Report.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Happy Valentine's weekend on the OH Report. Bringing you some love with some great basketball here today as Northmor and your Golden Knights here at home putting on a statement. 14-point lead over the Northern 10's Wynford, and it's all thanks to Trevor Black and his great first quarter performance. He had 11, and Barber, the sophomore, our player spotlight today, had 6. So those two have been really carrying the load offensively.
Yeah, 8 for 14 from the field is Northmor, and also 4 out of 7 from the three-point range.
And they find Black inside again, but better defense from Wynford as Wells was able to alter the shot. Stanek into a triple team, gets a basketball back, but still taken away.
Oh,
Quarterback pass up to Barber.
Yeah.
How about that from Tanner Miley?
Yeah. That was a post pattern, and it worked perfectly.
And it's crazy because Miley made that pass despite hurting that throwing hand earlier in the game.
Yeah, he was holding that pinky earlier. Maybe he's got himself some cortisol here on the sidelines.
Ball gets to the middle of the 1-3-1, now out to the right wing. Thought that hit the top of the backboard. Probably could have been called out of bounds, but we'll keep going.
The numbers look about equal here.
Spencer puts his head down too hard off the glass. High lob over the top. Chase Stuckman. He'll take it back from his big fella. Ball zips to the corner. And Johnson is fouled by Barber. Let's go back to that quarterback pass, however. High arcing pass.
A high arc, yeah.
We've got high ceilings here at Northmor High School, but it came awfully close.
It almost hit itself a light on the way up there.
This really is one of my favorite venues to come to. It's a nice barn.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. You got the double tier on the one side and the small section on the other.
We call it the castle. It's more like a barn. Golden Knights force another turnover, and Bowdry, wide open lane to the cup, and a timeout again by Wynford.
Ginther is just not going to put up with it. But at this pace, he'll be out of timeouts by about the 3-minute mark here in the second quarter. That's his third called timeout.
And, hey, that's what we talked about. This is a tune-up game, and there's a lot of tuning to be going on with Wynford here with this first half performance so far.
Yeah, he's seeing something he's not liking. And I can tell you one thing I'd be saying as a coach is, like, if you turn the ball over, if you miss a shot, you really need to get back on defense. That would really be beneficial. Because they've had a whole lot of activity there on the other end in the gold paint, yellow paint. It's hard being colorblind.
So the Golden Knights, they're looking for their 10th win of the season. Last year they went 18-7. They made it all the way to the district championship game where they fell to their KMAC foe, Cardington, a team that had basically, if you remember last year, an entire roster of seniors.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of teams that we've had this year, and I think it was on the girls' side where senior dominant, having a great year.
Yeah.
And then the next year it's a whole new ball game. But that's what makes it high school so exciting is it's such a year-to-year sport. A full court press here by Northmor, the 2-2-1.
I really think the only given in the KMAC each season on the boys' side is that you're going to get a good Fredericktown squad. Everybody else, it seems like they cycle year to year.
Yeah.
This ball out of bounds in favor of the Golden Knights.
Yeah, they've had a successful program for quite some time. And maybe they like Willard used to be. They used to, all the babies at the hospital always got a basketball. A little Willard flash.
Backdoor cuts.
Another one.
13 points for Trevor Black here in this first half. That's half of the Golden Knights score. Good move by Stanek. Counted in one.
And he's going to say floor.
Ooh.
Outside official wants that ball underneath. Not sure if I'm going to agree with that.
He was in the middle of that Euro step.
Yep.
You can depict at home if you want, whether that
It depends
should
on
be
if
a
you're
shot
high
or
school,
not.
college, or pros, which way you're going to make that call.
Yeah, if it's the NBA, he would have gotten the foul even before he took that Euro step.
Yeah.
20-point game here from the Castle.
A little unexpected.
Let's drive to the lane. Free throws coming for Jaron Vance, who started the scoring.
This will be our first free throws of the evening for either team.
If you remember, Wynford scored the first 2 points, so we're on a 26-4 run ever since then.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks of blowouts that we've been witnessing. Last night, and just an outstanding performance down at Big Walnut High School in Sunbury, where their girls team's fantastic. Scored 95 points in a running clock situation.
And I got to watch a River Valley team last night that scored 88 on Ontario, the team that was in second place in their league.
Yeah.
It was one of the most bizarre results I had seen since working here at the OH.REPORT, and that's been about 3 years at this point.
Yeah.
Great drive from Brendan Barber. Makes it 28-7. It's a football score.
I'll tell you what, their offense is just outstanding tonight. They're getting a lot of buckets in the paint.
Nice job on the other side, though, by Stanek. He's got 4 points now. Wynford does not get back, however. Open look from Barber missed. Spencer tried to trail down the rebound, but here goes Wynford.
You know Stanek's going to the basket.
And he'll draw a foul.
That's going to be their fourth foul of the quarter, the next foul. Wynford will be in bonus the rest of the way here in the first half.
One thing you know that Stanek's going to do, as you said, drive to the basket, force the issue. It's just the size isn't quite there yet, probably for what could make him a runaway best player in the league, but it feels like it's coming in these next 2 years.
Yeah, you put 15 pounds on him, he's going to be something special.
Stanek steps it back and gets the bounce. And I was talking last night with a couple people over at River Valley, and we were talking about Stanek, and we knew that we saw the flashes. We know that there's potential there, and it's already there. He's got averaging 18 points a game as Black misses the three off the back iron, but maybe add a little bit more size, get some more help around him, and this Wynford team could turn it around awfully quick.
Yeah, I think I would be sure that they're going to have him in the weight room, working with the trainer.
Might have to join the football team a couple of times.
Not?
I remember they made me do that at Ashland a couple of times in high school.
Yeah, just to get yourself a little bit stronger, a little bit more physical.
Nice run there from Wynford.
Yeah, 7 in a row.
And that three went in for Jace Stuckman. Timeout Golden Knights.
And Northmor stuck on shooting threes after they've been shooting layups after layup. And we're 4 of 7, but now they've missed their last 3. And Wynford has taken advantage of that. Maybe Coach Ginther's philosophy of checking in with these kids every 5 minutes, getting a timeout, has got them back into the game a little bit.
Shout out to both cheerleading squads. Out in full force. We know that Northmor, every single time we come, we're going to get a show.
Hey, I love watching Northmore's cheerleading squads are outstanding, but Wynford's, I think, are just as big, actually.
Yeah.
It's like you've got a dozen of girls out there.
Now, it doesn't beat when we went to Centerburg
I'll
a week
never
ago.
forget that. I was just showing a picture of that to some people today. I mean, there must have been 50 of those little kids in between the or at the was it halftime or
Yeah.
in between JV or varsity, one of the two. There's about 50 cheerleaders out there from probably 3-4 years old till about 6th grade.
And it was one of those instances where the gym was packed.
Yes.
It was Freddieburg, so I was expecting that.
Yeah.
And I was saying, okay, good to see this packed house despite the lopsided result in the first meeting.
Oh, yeah.
And then the halftime show happens. It ends, and it is
and then
empty.
the torches. There's a mass sheep exodus. It was fun to watch, but they did 2 routines, and they were in sync the whole time. I was impressed.
After the full timeout, Bowdry will drive. Work it over to Welch. Jackson Welch, just a sophomore, will draw a foul.
That'll only be the first foul of the second quarter against Wynford.
Jackson Welch stands 6'2". Has come off the bench for the majority of this season. He got his start with the group in a Fredericktown game that we saw here, where he played pretty well. He scored 10 points. Coach Tackett was impressed, kept him playing. And it was all from these straight line drives that he loves to take, as he's going to get some free throws right on cue.
Yeah, never give up. You can always work yourself into the rotation, then into the starting lineup. All that good things can happen. You just perform on game night. So first 2 free throw attempts for Northmor. There's been a little bit of a lull here offensively.
First shot will just rattle off to the left there for Jackson.
I don't know, maybe that's the way he always shoots his free throws, but either my contacts are messed up or he's standing a little to the right of the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way he prefers it.
Second shot for Welch. Ooh, just bounces out. Very unfortunate with both of those bounces.
Yeah. I think if you're straight on, you might get those bounces because we go right back to the glass and in.
Stanek, top of the key, cannot leave him that open. He's now got 9.
Yeah, we're down to 11-point game here. It was 22.
Yes. Good flash there by Spencer. He'll swing it back out. Bowdry hit a 3 earlier. He thought about taking another.
I think Spencer should have just put that ball up as soon as he got it in the paint right there. Wynford suddenly, as soon as I speak, I said suddenly got really good on defense. And they just let a guy drive in there.
Yes, beats the defense there. He'll stand in the middle as they kick it back out to Stanek.
Stanek catching fire here.
12 points. He's 1 away from the game lead. Trevor Black has 13. Bowdry can't find Spencer. It'll swing back out. Black, his defender, got stuck, and Tanner Miley's going to get picked up for an offensive illegal screen.
Yeah, illegal screen. It will not send him to the line, even though there's a bonus situation.
Yeah, that was blaringly obvious there from Tanner.
Yeah, he heard us talking about football and put his pads on.
Near side corner, 3 goes up, misses. Stanek can't get the ball, and Welch tracks it down. 2.5 minutes left here in half number 1.
Welch is all over the place this game.
Spencer loses his dribble out to Black. He'll step in, contested midi, in and out, and Wynford lets it go. They'll say it's last off of the Royals.
Yeah. Teammates fighting for the rebound on that one.
So in a good initial box out.
Yeah.
But tough luck there for Reed Johnson.
And the official at the scorer's table for some purpose.
Didn't seem too urgent. We're good to go.
Coach Ginther definitely not adept at staying in the coach's box. It used to be in the part of the official play.
Johnson. Bowdry plays the defense on him, forces it away to Stanek. Stanek one-on-one with Welch. Nearly lost it. Under 2 minutes left. Stanek spins and a foul. They'll pick it up on Jackson as he tried to wall up. What do you think about this?
I'm not sure if I'm liking that call, really. It's a spin and just a little body contact.
I think that right hand gets out of view of the official. I think that official thinks he's got 2 hands on him.
Yeah, he must, because sometimes you're just stronger than the opposition, and when your bodies hit contact, You move them just a little bit.
First shot there for Stanek goes through. He's now got a game high 13.
He's going for 18 average in the first half here.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to go back to that River Valley game because I'm telling you, it was crazy. Carter Myers averages 24 a game. He had 32 in the first half. And Black is on track for that here as he's now got 15.
32 in one hand.
And he took a shot from half court. I am not kidding you. And he knocked it down. I'll have to show you the clip during the halftime show.
A little Steph Curry. And hey, Northmor getting a little bit of foul trouble here. That's 8 fouls here in the first half. I think he only had 1 in the first quarter.
Yeah. Bonus for the Royals the rest of the way.
And you're getting the bonus sitting at the free throw line. Clock stopped. You're only down by 10. Used to be down by 22. Story of 2 quarters here.
You get the first one in there, thanks to Reed Johnson. So Reed and Stanek, 2 sophomores, top 2 scorers, provide about 30 points a game for this team. Johnson, his scoring output this season puts him in the top 10 in the Northern 10.
It's pretty interesting. 2 players in the number 1 and somebody in the top 10. And what are they, 4-9 in the league, you said?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, it usually means that you're not seeing much offense from anyone outside of those 2, and it's certainly been the case today. Welch, hard pass to Miley, and now works out to Spencer.
Like a jump pass.
Under a minute now. Bowdry gets out of a double, out to Spencer. Catch and shoot, and he knocks it through.
Yeah, it's our first 3-pointer here in the second quarter after making 4 of them in quarter number 1.
And the first 3 points for Spencer as he'll get the steal here too. 2-on-1 the other way, feeds it off to a senior star who lost it. It's a travel.
I was about ready to call travel about 2 or 3 times on that transition.
Now just lost it as he went for that power dribble.
Yep.
He'll shake that off, stay at the top of the 1-3-1 here. 30 seconds. Cross-court pass to the near side corner. Shot no good. Stanek gets the board. And Stanek's going to pull up a heat check. He continues his dominance here, now 17 in the half.
Well, he's got that Kevin Durant thing where when he's shooting the ball, he shoots it way over top of his head.
Yes.
6'3" with a long wingspan. That's going to be hard to block.
And here goes Welch. Tough take. Back to a 10-point lead with 2 seconds left. Stanek, he's feeling it at the horn. Yes!
Nailed it. Oh, my goodness.
A 20-point first half keeps Wynford in it as they trail by 7 heading to the locker rooms.
Wow.
We'll have your halftime show next here live and free on the OH Report.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut, hut, hut. Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach.
Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again. Berardi! Get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
In business and ag banking, it's not just about the numbers, it's about the people. At First Federal Community Bank, we believe relationships are the foundation of every successful partnership. We can help you grow your farm through various ag programs, including working with our local FSA offices, as well as Farmer Mac. We have many commercial business programs to help make your day-to-day operations easy and convenient. Because when you bank with us, you're not just a customer, you're family.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
It's time for your halftime show, presented to you by First Federal Community Bank. Jonathan Langdon with Craig Faldy. Great to have you back as we have a 37-30 contest. Northmor with the lead, but they were led by as much. They were up 28-7 at one point, and thanks to Drew Stanek and his shooting abilities with 20 points there in that first half, he has willed them back into this game.
Yeah, Drew Stanek. That was an amazing second quarter. 16 points in that last second shot. Probably the play of the game already, regardless of who wins. So, but to start out down 28-7, and I know you kind of giggled about it, but Coach Ginther from Wynford called 3 timeouts in the first quarter and a half. I thought he was going to run out of timeouts. But I'll tell you what, he called that last one 28-7, and it's been what, 23-9 since.
Yeah, the difference has been free throws. Wynford has been able to get into the bonus, especially there in that second quarter. They drew 8 fouls total on the Golden Knights and 5 for 6 from the line. That's helped them get a little bit closer than you'd expect, just putting up 5 twos, 5 threes compared to Northmore's 11 twos and 5 threes.
Yeah, Northmor had 7 fouls there in the second quarter, allowed Wynford to get back into the game. Rebounding battle was, I believe, at one point Northmor was winning the rebound battle like 10-3. And they closed it down to 15-10 by the end of the half. So number-wise, it looks like a close game. It is a close game on the scoreboard. We would have never thought that halfway through the second quarter.
So third quarter just about set to go here from Northmor, and we talked about it in the pregame show. These two teams, whenever they meet up, it tends to stay close to the very end, and it seems like the Royals are looking to keep that trend alive after a very good second quarter has them rolling. They won that second quarter 24-17, so a combined 41 points we saw in those last 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was about some of the best offensive basketball we've seen all year.
And here goes Stanek again, and one. 22 points and counting for Drew.
Well, I'd like to go back in time here and see how many points he scored of their last 20.
Yeah,
as an example.
Gotta feel like it's teetering towards LeBron versus Milwaukee. I don't remember what year that was, but you know what I'm talking about at home.
I remember way back in the day when LeBron was here, and didn't he score the last 25 points against the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs?
That's right, it was the Pistons.
Yeah, 25 straight.
Spencer drives, kicks to the corner. He'll play catch with Black. Right back to him, catch and shoot. Trevor short on the three. And a good rebound inside by Jaron Vance. He'll continue with Stanek. Ball zips to Johnson, trying to break that streak from his teammate Drew. There's the three, and it's a 1-point game.
Team down by 21 once is now almost in the lead.
Hop step move, Barber. Great rhythm look.
Barber with 12. Trevor Black with 15.
Johnson trying to get the pass in. Deflected. Back to the corner. Stuckman hit a three earlier. Johnson backs down. Pass deflected, gets it back. And he'll pop a long two. In and out. That one was halfway down.
It sure was.
Barber catches in stride, and he slows up enough to make it.
And that's how they got up to that 28-7 lead, was that fast break of theirs. And Wynford wasn't getting back.
Great start to the second half for Brendan Barber. He's now got 14 on the game. Stanek doubled, and he loses it. Great job by Black to get in there for the steal. 2-on-2 the other way, and Miley lays it up and in.
It's 3 straight fast break baskets.
Speaking of fast break, here goes Stuckman, long on the three. Barber past Stanek. Loses the numbers, kicks it out. Bowdry, he was looking for his second three of the game.
Stanek, you know he's going to the hoop. Oh, nice give and go.
And a long fading shot just bounces out for the senior.
A mini 6-0 run here for Northmor.
Spencer
All on
spins.
transition baskets, and there's another back door.
That has been the bread and butter for Northmor here in this game. It's another bucket now for Barber, who's got 16.
And Wynford spent all that time trying to get back in the game. They're still in the game. But then all of a sudden, defensive lapses.
Johnson. These threes are really helping Wynford stay in the ball game right now, as there's a timeout from Coach Tackett, who I could hear yell, he's a shooter, from the other side of the gym.
Yeah. Some lapses on defense by both teams here in the third quarter, but it makes for some entertaining basketball because we're going back and forth, back and forth.
So sitting in this timeout, both teams with just 2 remaining. They called a lot there in the first half. It's 45-39 here between Northmor and Wynford. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy. Camera operator today is Desmond Lawrence. So the Golden Knights redrawing things up. Of course, they've seen that 21-point lead we talked about in the first half simply evaporate. It's just 6 now.
Yeah. And both teams have been scoring in bunches, you know, and it's just been hard to decipher. The defense is a little lacking tonight for both teams. So
a lot of passes inside today as Baldry tries to go to the outside. That pass deflected by Stanek.
Yeah, they really look for that backdoor effort all game long.
And to their credit, it's what's really been working for them today. They've had a lot of cuts to the basket where they probably could have squeezed in more passes to get more buckets, but they've just been slow, patient on offense. Black.
I don't know if he left the ground. The official says he did. We need to try to slip a dime underneath his feet.
Try to take out the scoreboard there the last second. It looked like he did just barely go up. So good call there by the official.
Yeah, official's got a lot better bird's eye view than we do up here.
Cross-court pass to freshman Wells.
And
misses the 3.
Foul.
Yeah, so off the ball. Looks like this will be on the Golden Knights.
Wow, you don't want to do that. They called it on the rebound? I thought they called it on a shot there for a second.
No, I was going to say, yeah, the rebound, they're going to call Black for a push on Stanek, as you saw there. But look at Black, nice anticipation. Gets into the passing lane. Spencer up ahead to his sophomore teammates. Barber's taking over tonight. He's got 19.
He's got 9 this quarter.
Johnson strips, and Brendan cannot keep it in. It was awfully close, but that basketball did just touch that black line before Barber could get there. We'll have an official timeout here.
It looks like a little bit of liquid damage on the side of the court there that may have come onto the playing court.
So they'll get that taken care of as the substitution will come in. Black takes a break. He's got 3 fouls, so they're going to want to be careful with him. So Jackson Welch will replace him.
We have to blame the coaches. One of the coaches spilled some water over there. What's going on there, guys?
Well, he's not going to get a free timeout. That official's making sure they don't huddle up here.
Yeah.
But they will wipe that off, and we'll get going here momentarily. But the Golden Knights, if you're just joining us, they led 28-7 at a point in the first half. But you see the score now and how Wynford's been able to weather that storm. 23 points for Drew Stanek, as he has been lights out from beyond the arc, along with his teammate Reed Johnson, who has found his shot here in the third quarter.
Well, Drew Stanek, interestingly enough, had 20 at halftime, came out, did that and won the first play of the second half, got himself up to 23, and I'm not sure if he's taken a shot since. That would be 3 minutes.
They are still working on that spill on the other side. I can't see.
Oh, that looks like me in the kitchen. That is just that's a bad mess over there.
That looks like my roommate in the kitchen. And I know he watches these games, so he definitely heard that.
That's the way to send a message.
So 48-39. If Northmor is 9-9 on the season, looking for their 10th win here today. They were actually an impressive 6-2 at home. Mm-hmm. Those 2 losses to some perennial KMAC powerhouses this year in Mount Gilead and Fredericktown. So a loss here to Wynford would be uncharacteristic for these Golden Knights here in the Castle. But Stanek doing everything he can to make it happen. He's going to the line.
Yeah, we were just talking about him trying to getting him the ball.
So 23 points. He'll head to the line to try to make it some more. As you hit your free throw zone, presented to you by Pioneer. First shot is through. Now, the one thing we also said about Northmor is if they get to 50, be careful. Because if most of the time it is not their defense that lacks, it's their offense.
Yep.
And they are getting close to that threshold here. 2 for 2 for Wynford at the line. But the Golden Knights just need a few more buckets, I think, to really propel their chances in this one.
Yeah, Wynford going to looks like a 1-3-1. I think the first time they've ran this tonight.
Barber's going to shoot right over it. A little long on the three. Nice rebound by Brad Bowen, who's getting some time here in the third. Of course, now you get to non-league play towards the end of the season. Going to get a couple more guys in the game. Bowen has not checked in often.
Yeah, you got to see who's going to be ready and maybe give you a few good minutes during the tournament.
And Welch tries to force one in to Bowdry. That'll be a turnover.
And looks like he's down. I think he's more frustrated with himself than anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking he's more down in spirit. So we talked about earlier that Northmor and those girls are going to celebrate senior night. They're taking on, I'm looking, and the girls just walked out. They're going to be playing Ridgedale. I thought it was Elgin when they walked in, but it's Ridgedale.
Oh, Morrow Ridgedale, yeah.
So they're in town today for Northmor's senior night. Unfortunately, we will not be live and free for that game tonight. We'll be packing up after this game.
Unless anyone wants to sponsor right away, right?
Yeah. Bucket inside by Johnson. He's got 10.
Yeah.
(48-43), just a two-possession game. Brad zips one in, and Welch. Oh, man, just some rough bounces for him today.
Yes.
It's been a struggle for the sophomore.
Stanek he's begging for the ball.
And he gets it. Misses short. Transition look. Bowdry wasn't ready to shoot. He'll go to Barber.
I thought Barber was going to launch that.
Welch is doubled. Back out to Brendan. Open. Yes. Barber's got 22.
Every time Wynford gets just right there, within a couple, 3 possessions, Northmor usually goes on a run.
Stanek tried to save it off a Golden Knight. Good job dodging the bullet there.
They got the numbers.
And Brad Bowen.
They're going to call it on the floor.
Able to draw contact here.
That'll be the first foul against Wynford this half.
So, yeah, on the floor, no shots.
I always taught my kids to walk to the free throw line, see if you can sneak one in.
That's what Brad just tried to do.
That's what I thought he was doing.
Barber, he check corner, same one. Stanek the rebound. He sees a man up ahead.
Good outlet.
Stuckman blocked.
Oh, swatted away.
Nicely done there from Jackson Welch. Well, if you're struggling offensively, there's always another side of the basketball.
That's right. He just showed it right there. Perfect timing.
Baseline inbound for the Royals. Johnson catches right back after the inbound.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest inbound plays in the history. It's right back to the inbounder for an open shot.
Under 2 minutes left, 51-43 Northmor. Looks like a double check in here for Wynford, but not in time.
Not as high scoring quarter as the second quarter, but still entertaining nonetheless.
Absolutely.
Maybe a little bit more sloppy.
They zip one into Barber, too high on the pass.
Barber needs to just get up there and put that in with a big dunk, you know. He's just like 3 foot short of the rim.
I mean, he is sitting 5'10". What's the problem?
Yeah.
Somehow this will stay Northmor basketball. I didn't see a deflection.
I was wondering about that one. That was interesting.
Wynford will survive that. Here goes Johnson. A little bit too deep on the three. Spencer hauls it in. Brings it out to Bowdry. Bowdry, spin move, gets past and lays it up in over Stanek. It's back to a 10-point game.
That was a very confident move.
Johnson, painted area. Bowdry can't haul in the board. Taken in by Prenger. Nice pass inside. Missed, though, from Vance.
I don't know if he might have had that block just a little bit or not. Just shortened it.
Brad Bowen getting some shots up. And he knocks in his first points of the day.
He wants to be a part of the party. 12-point lead all of a sudden.
Looks like the Golden Knights may have gotten through that initial wave in the second quarter of the Royals trying to get new life in the game.
All right, going to call a foul, looks like, on the floor again. No, he's going to give him two. He's got 2 free throw attempts.
Oh, it is the bonus, I believe, unless that's the 4th.
I think it's number 4 is what I got.
But the rest of the way they'll be in the bonus here in the 3rd. Bounces in the first one, so this is Owen Prenger at the line.
That makes them 9 out of 10 from the free throw line. You got to love that as a coach.
And he rattles in the second.
Nobody said you had to have an arch on the ball when you shoot a free throw.
All they said is get it in.
10 feet 1 inch, you're good to go. I would imagine they'll try to hold for one shot here.
Coach Tackett's still going to rush him down the floor. Hot hand has been Barber. He's got 22 points. But Black had it going in the first half. They go to him this time. No good. Stanek in the dying seconds again. Does he have another buzzer beater in him? Same spot, other side. A little short. But it looked like it was a pretty good angle from his side.
Right angle.
That'll end the third quarter. Money time coming up next. We could see an interesting finish here from Northmor. Stay tuned.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
And here we go with money time on the OH Report on this Valentine's Day action. Golden Knights taking on the Royals. And it is a 55-45 game in favor of Northmor as they're going to start with the basketball here.
Yeah, definitely been a game of runs. Had 20-point leads, taken all the way down to 1-point lead, back up to 12-point lead. Now we sit here with 10. So Wynford's going to have a little sense of urgency here the last 8 minutes.
Barber leads the Golden Knights in scoring with 22. Drew Stanek on the other side with 25. Spencer keeps his pivot, spins all the way around the world. Stanek catches the rebound in stride. Stanek, his teammate Johnson there with him. Nice fake, and he'll just see that miss.
Yeah, he's been unlucky today in a few of those.
Stanek trying to get himself involved again, off to the right. And you talked about it off the air, Craig. They went away from him maybe a little too long.
Yeah. Middle of third quarter, he just kind of disappeared.
Illegal screen called on Spencer. You'll see it here on the Northmor Athletic Boosters replay.
Yeah, kind of did a push instead of a pick. Didn't look all that bad. But hey, the call's been made.
That's Spencer's second. So if you're looking at foul trouble, 2 players with 3 fouls. You've got Miley and then also Black, both with 3 fouls for Northmor.
Entry pass stolen and a
timeout.
Timeout by Coach Tackett. Didn't want to give them the ball back.
And I'll tell you what, Coach Tackett, I think, is probably one of the best coaches at that. I remember seeing that numerous times earlier this year where he would see a play kind of going nowhere, ball falls on the ground, he calls a quick timeout.
5-second call, 10-second call.
Yeah. What
you just saw here, yeah. He's quick to adapt. He'll still have 2 more for the rest of the way. Coach Ginther with 1, correct?
Just one.
$10 points can be come back pretty quickly here. We saw that happen in the second quarter for Wynford. Northmor, if they keep their up tempo though, and they can get some of those, either those backdoor cuts or those fast breaks.
Yep.
It's going to be really hard for Wynford to come back and get the lead here.
1 minute gone in the fourth. Still no scores here in this final frame.
That favors Northmor right now when you got the lead.
Cam Spencer, been a pest defensively. Usually controls the offense. Now it'll get into Black. He picks up the foul. Believe it'll be on Vance.
Attacking going into his high weave offense there. Had a lot of success with that, getting some backdoor activity.
Tried to sneak one into Barber. Catch the Royals off guard. Did not work. It's kicked out.
That's one thing I hate to see. Hate to see a ball get into the paint off an inbounds play. Somebody's missing their assignment.
Bowdry drop step, short on his floater. And Stanek stays behind for the outlet pass. Drew dances around two, uses his body well. Can't get the bucket, but he will have 2 shots.
Yeah, he does a nice job using that left hand when he's going that direction. And even though he's a slide of frame, he does use his body, like you said, perfectly. When he releases the ball, he's always squared to the basket.
5 points here in the second half for him. It'll stay there after he misses the first. So is that typical that where you see maybe a player that gets hot in the first half, they don't use him as much as they should in the third, and he kind of loses that touch?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, when you're feeling it and you're warm, get after it.
So they'll be looking to find Stanek later on in the game with his shot. Black nearly turns it over. Bowdry over the top. Miley just kind of threw up a prayer, was hoping to get fouled, and he did.
Got the luck of the whistle there, but yeah, he didn't want to get that shot blocked at all.
Take a look at this again. Just an awkward looking landing there for Tanner.
Yeah, well, this will be Northmor's only their 3rd free throw of the night and their first make.
And that is a positive. So you haven't seen Northmor at the line very often. Now, it was a little funky how they got to the line, but
yeah.
Tanner goes 1 for 2.
Wynford doing a lot better job rebounding the basketball here in the second part of the game.
High toss. Johnson catches the pass. And
misses another point-blank one.
Yeah, the bounces are now going in favor of Northmor, unlike the first half.
And Stanek has gotten cold, too.
Johnson elects to keep it himself. It's a good decision this time.
Yep. That ends a streak of 11 straight misses by Wynford.
High pressure out of the Royals, trying to get back into the ball game, but Barber not letting it happen.
Barber with 24 points tonight.
Starting to take over this Valentine's Day affair.
Coach Chackett choosing to go to the 1-3-1, trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Forced shot there from Johnson. Bowdry with a 3-on-1. Barber inside, just over the outstretched arm of Stanek. It's now 26 points.
Well, that's going to be frustrating for Coach Ginther. Another fast break bucket. Just not getting back on defense tonight.
Vance squares one up. Ball tapped out last off Drew. 5 minutes to go. Golden Knights up to 60.
Well, you see, kind of get a little sense of momentum here for the home team. And Wynford's going to need to make a run, and not by doing that.
A reach-in foul on Stanek, just a second foul.
That'll be the 3rd on the team here in the last quarter.
So some great offensive performances for both of our player spotlights today. They've each had 26 in this game.
And just to remind everybody, but both sophomores.
Yes.
Now Wynford's getting themselves in foul trouble. There's going to be bonus the rest of the way for Northmor.
Well, you think about it, you probably were going to have to get here anyways.
Yeah, so now to get it done now. Yeah.
Yep. Take your risks.
Now just try to play straight up and not be overly aggressive here.
Yeah, at this point, that's exactly what you're looking at. Nearly forced a backcourt on Barber. Did a good job tiptoeing the line. Spencer now in a straight line drive.
That was an excellent drive to the basket.
He's got 5 points on the day. Stuckman will dance through. Misses the layup. Ball tapped out last off. There's still no signal.
It's going to stay here.
So good job fighting inside. I think it was Evan Stacklin that was able to win it back.
But Wynford has only made one of their last 15 attempts from the field, and they're not getting back on defense again.
I think Barber thought about lobbing that up to Bowdry. Ends up laying it in for himself to stack his number now to 28.
He goes 30's not that far away.
Yeah. Stanek stepping in, finally sees one drop. That's his first 3 here in the second half.
Well, we saw him score 16 points in a quarter in the second quarter tonight. He's determined to shoot the ball. He usually gets the shot off pretty easily.
Bowdry, a wild shot, wanted a foul, did not get it. Johnson in transition. Stuckman.
Find him. There he is.
Stanek will just dribble it out. Spencer told to pick up.
Yeah, Coach Tackett's wanting that 1-3-1. Get another turnover off of it.
And a lot of the time it's turning the ball over away from Stanek here in this second half. Spencer going in on a drive again, lost his footing, and that ball nearly sat at the top of the backboard.
It wanted to.
They'll call him for a travel.
It's a good job by Coach Tackett going into that zone defense right now when you're up by 13, as long as you don't leave anybody wide open, because you don't want Stanek to be able to penetrate right now and get himself to the line.
But you also don't want him throwing up a 3 that it's, for the most part, been falling today.
Yeah.
Miley turns into a receiver here. Can't get the bucket, and 2 Knights trail. Numbers for the Royals. Stanek catch and shoot, right wing. Ooh, rare miss.
Yeah, as soon as he let that go, he just looked up at the ceiling like, I can't believe I just did that.
That would have given him 32, but he'll stay at 29, and we'll see Coach Ginther, I believe, call that final timeout.
Yep, that will be it for them. I think he believes he thinks his young man's tired, and you can see it in his last shot there. Disappointed in himself, give himself just about a minute breather here.
Well, here's his last shot to try that we thought may have helped him get going. It has not been that way yet, but they can score in bunches. We'll see if it happens.
They're saying not such a great second half, even though he scored 9 points, which is his average per half anyway. And when you drop a 20-point half on people, you just want to watch it keep going.
Well, he knows his standard at this point of the game is you're down 13. Odds are you're the one they're looking at to try and get back in this ball game.
Yeah, between yourself and Johnson, you get those two should be the ones shooting the ball.
And that is a lot of pressure a lot of times for a sophomore to handle, and that's why you typically see a young team like this
struggle in a tough game.
In a fourth quarter, I would say.
Yeah. They haven't been in a lot of games like this for their career, but all these games now are learning lessons. A little sense of urgency with a full court press.
It's been a great fourth quarter for Cam Spencer. So dribbled out top against Stanek. Barber, I believe, lost his dribble, but they'll give it to him.
Yeah. Must have thought he dropped it on the pass there. Looking to take some little time off the clock here. They're not afraid. Knowing that if there's any fouls, they'll be going to the free throw line.
And the Royals just need one foul. They worked up close to the bonus enough here. 2.5 to go. Golden Knights, if they carry through here, they lead by 13 right now. They would move to their 10th win of the season. But Stanek gets in there. Looks like he was close to a tie-up, but it ends up going to Bowdry inside. Wow. Great job by Black. From his backside, he gets an assist.
Now that's what you call court awareness. Stanek in the long range, and he's off again by a mile.
Is that a gas? It's as it seems.
Yeah, no legs. Got no legs.
Got to get a little dip.
I got another sub coming in.
And it looks like Stanek's going out.
Coach knows he's spent. Excellent game for Drew Stanek.
He'll end with 29 on the contest. So it looks like the final 2 minutes. Things may be coming to a close. Unless Wynford can get something quick here.
Yeah, you got to attack the basket in that point. Okay, you get the ball in the paint, you got to put it up.
Johnson beats his first defender, and it looks like Barber reached in. So we'll have 2 shots on the way here for Reed.
So free throws 14 and 15 coming here for Wynford. Only 4 free throws tonight for Northmor. Has not mattered in the score whatsoever.
Foul actually got called on Bowdry. That's his second.
$13 points on the night for Johnson.
Make it 14. And he will be taken out. He'll get an ovation from the Wynford fans. In his place, looks like Troy Miller will get some time today.
Well, that's a pretty nice tandem to have coming back for 2 more years.
Yeah.
Good stuff to build on.
You have to check on their junior high team, see if they're going to get some good depth coming up.
Yeah.
Minute and a half to go.
I think our JV team is loaded with a bunch of freshmen as
Yeah.
well. So got a lot of people coming back.
And Coach Tackett forced to call a timeout as Spencer was trapped. But you also look at the youth of the Northmor Golden Knights, because you've got Spencer, who's a sophomore, Welch, who we saw earlier in the game, he's a sophomore, and then, oh yeah, by the way, the kid that scored 28 in this game, he's also a sophomore.
Yep. Biggest loss obviously be Trevor Black, but on a year-to-year basis, you're always going to lose some good people.
And something we haven't talked about enough, I think, about this Northmor team is the what-if factor with Trevor Brubaker, who, of course, suffered a season, or I guess school year-ending injury in the football season. He was slated to be the leading scorer, not just for this team, but even could have been the leading scorer in the KMAC. So you lose that presence.
Yeah.
You still finish 4th place, or at least that's what it's looking like right now.
Yeah.
But it's a big what-if story.
Yeah, that could have been something special. Could have changed the standings just a little bit, you know, if they're going to be potentially up to 9-5 without him.
Looks like most of the starters, and in fact all of the starters, are going to stay in here for Northmor, despite seeing Wynford pull the plug about a minute and a half ago. Still some things to learn here in this game, of course, as Spencer turns it over. And how about that defense?
That was it. I like that defense. Just walk on by him.
Prenger lays that in. He's got 4 today.
Quick foul on Wynford. We'll be going the other way, shooting 2.
So we'll head back to the free throw zone presented to you by Pioneer. And as we take this trip down the floor,
Drew Stanek and Johnson are both coming back in, I believe. I think he might have been waiting for them to get within 10. Coach Tackett at the same time says, I think I'm going to put in some extra players.
First shot missed for Spencer. So 4 at the scorer's table waiting to come in. Welch.
Well, I'm going to leave this up to you on a play-by-play.
Oh, yeah, so I got you.
There's a wholesale substitution.
Billy Bowen going to get his first, I believe his first action since the first quarter. Jackson Welch comes back in, and then Brad Bowen is in chatting it up with Billy. And then number 31 also in the game for the first time, Braden Cole. And then so it looks like Spencer will likely stay in. Nobody else checking in for the starting point guard.
Yep. And they'll be looking for Stanek, who got a little bit of a breather.
Ooh, and Welch has that held up with Wynford.
Yeah, it's going to stay with Wynford.
Apologies, left that free throw zone there up a little bit too long, but final 52 seconds. One final push for the Royals. Stanek in the corner, knocks it through. He'll now go over 30 points. This is still a contest as we've got a foul right before the inbound. Oops. So as we make our way back over, give you a look at tonight's games again. Of course,
good ones.
Yeah, 6:45. Everything will start off with our late night slate. Hillsdale Falcons taking on St. Peter's, and you saw those other two games there as well. First shot from Spencer. He has left a lot here at the line.
Yeah, just 2 of 7 at the line is Northmor overall. 28%.
My mistake, it is 67 to 58. And now 68, so 10-point game.
Stanek going to pull up? Nope.
He'll trust Johnson to take it to the hole, and that'll drop. 8-point game. See if they try to get the foul game or maybe a 10-second call here.
I wouldn't foul now. Oh, I'd go for the 10-second call right there.
Well, it is a 3-possession game, so you do run the risk with the 10-second call, but that foul should have come earlier.
Yeah, it should have been immediate.
This time it'll be Brad Bowen. He'll bring that through.
So kudos to Coach Tackett for hanging with the bench here, even though it was a 10-point game here. About a minute 10 to go.
Oh, now it is back to a 10-point game. Stanek, long 3. That'll go. He is not giving up on this contest. He's got 35.
The sophomore is putting on a clinic. Coach Ginther saying no, let it go, let it go. Good job, Coach.
So that will do things here as the clock runs out and the Golden Knights get to 10 wins on the season. Congratulations to Northmor. They move up over 500 with this 70-63 win over the Wynford Royals. We'll step aside, come back. Your MVP of this one is Brendan Barber. He'll join us upstairs momentarily on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut, Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, Coach. Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Berardi, get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, Coach.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
In business and ag banking, it's not just about the numbers, it's about the people. At First Federal Community Bank, we believe relationships are the foundation of every successful partnership. We can help you grow your farm through various ag programs, including working with our local FSA offices, as well as Farmer Mac. We have many commercial business programs to help make your day-to-day operations easy and convenient. Because when you bank with us, you're not just a customer, you're family.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. every season matters. Because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
All the pretty ones, Desmond.
Post-game show here on the OH Report. First Federal Community Bank. Jonathan Langdon, Cray Faldy. 70-63 is your final as the Golden Knights take this one by 7. Good contest as the Royals were down by as much as 21. They made it a contest for the majority of this one after coming back there late in the second quarter. But Cray, I liked what I saw out of both teams in this one.
Oh, absolutely. So the Northern 10 versus the KMAC, and it proved out to be true. Like their last 3 contests against each other have been close games, and so was today. But coming back from 21 down to within 1 at one point there, but they still made it a good contest there, getting it down to 70-63 into the final.
Northmor has their scoring led by Brendan Barber, just joined us upstairs. We'll get to talk to him here in a moment. And then Drew Stanek for Wynford, great performance from him. He had 35 in a losing effort. I had a bet with my camera guy that if he got over 40 points, he was going to be our MVP today. So I started sweating a little bit when he started getting up there at the end.
If he would have had to take that breather there in the fourth quarter for about 2 minutes, he might have done that.
Let's go ahead and give you a look at the quarter-by-quarter scoring. A great second quarter there from Wynford, but just a persistent attack from Northmor the entire way helps them get the win here, and then they'll be preparing next week for Mount Gilead.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Northmore's offense today, very impressive. The last part of the season, last third of the season, they've just changed the way that they play, and it's a lot faster pace. It's good to see, and their shooting has been excellent recently.
Wynford will play their final N10 game next week. That will be against Mohawk. We'll step aside, 30-second timeout. We'll get Brendan on a headset. We'll talk to him here before we wrap up our broadcast from Northmor High School on the OH Report.
I'm Steve Krall, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
It's time for your Laborers Local MVP here today as Brendan Barber. Great performance, 28 points on Valentine's Day. First, I'll ask you, any great Valentine's plans coming up this weekend?
I am actually. I'm hanging out with my girlfriend tomorrow, so.
Absolutely. Any specific plans? Just not doing anything much?
Not doing much.
All right. Well, absolutely. Well, Talk about today. Of course, I'm sure she was in the stands watching you here today. 28 points. Third quarter was where things really turned around for you guys. What happened in the locker room?
He was pretty much telling us to just stay strong because we had a pretty good first half. But we just had to, we're face guarding 30 because he had a great first half too. Just had to stay consistent, stay good on offense. Let's get our shots. And
then Stanek on the other side. Great shooting day for him. I'm sure that was the focus in the locker room as well. But talk about you guys. Both sophomores. It was a very young display tonight. What's so special about having that sort of situation today?
It's crazy because usually you see upperclassmen all the time, but we both had a great game. He put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of work. It's just a great game.
And shout out a couple of your teammates. You guys pulled through 70 points, one of the higher outings on the season. What did they do to make this happen?
We just took smart shots. We hit a bunch of good shots. It was a great game overall.
Absolutely. Well, Brendan, congratulations to you. I'll let you take a look in the camera, get you out of here early on a nice night, and give any shout-outs you want.
I want to shout out God first and foremost. Couldn't do anything without him. Shout out my family, my teammates, and yeah.
All right, Brendan Barber, ladies and gentlemen, congrats.
Thank you.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
And it's time to wrap up your coverage here from Northmor High School. Want to wish the best of luck to the Northmor girls basketball team. Unfortunately, we will not be sticking around for their game tonight against Ridgedale, but congrats to all of the seniors as they get honored later tonight for the Lady Golden Knights. But wrapping up the boys coverage from earlier today, 70-63. Northmor gets the win, and Cray, now we shift to the tournament draw tomorrow, and then things are going to get just spicier and spicier and spicier from there.
Yeah, this is the most exciting time of the year, I think, for everybody, especially seniors, for all the teams that we cover. This is their last run. How far can you go? And so all these contested non-league games in the last 2 weeks of the season are great seasoning for what you're about to witness here over the next 3 to 4 weeks.
And if you're a fan of both of these conferences, the Northern 10 and the KMAC, circle Tuesday night as Colonel Crawford will play against Fredericktown, 18-1 against 19-0. That will be right here on the OH Report at 7 o'clock on this very channel, on Channel 5. So make sure to circle that, subscribe as well if you're on YouTube, just to get you a better opportunity and get you to this game quicker on that Tuesday night. All of the other boys hoops action going on later tonight, and then also early into next week on your screen there. And then very close to wrapping up the girls' season, at least the regular season, as those are all the rest of your regular season games. But we've got a lot of playoffs getting ready to go next week.
Yeah, I think next week the girls play on, I believe, starting on Wednesdays.
Yep, Wednesday we'll start it.
Wednesday through Saturday. So just look at the look online, Facebook, YouTube, follow the OH Report to see what game you would like to watch or attend, and we'll be ready to for some live action as soon as possible.
Yes, teams new and old will be joining us for playoff coverage for the girls basketball swinging things here in the tournament. We hope that you will join us there as well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, or I guess this late afternoon, early evening, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to sign off. Jonathan Langdon here with Cray Faldy, Desmond Lawrence, your camera operator tonight here from the Castle. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you next week.